So good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to John Paul, better known as JP. He is an experienced cyberbacker, and we're going to get to learn a little bit about him today by asking him a few questions. So JP, could you tell us about yourself? How would you describe yourself as a person?
All right. So, hi, everyone. So, my name is John Paul, but you can call me, in short, JP. I live with both of my parents, and I have an older brother, which is working in New York, and he already has a family there as well. So, that just leaves me, my mom, and my dad here at home. So I'm the only one who's basically paying most of the bills here at home. I'm the kind of person who loves to learn new things and not afraid of challenging myself to become better. Also, I'm the kind of person who loves to help people in need.
Great. So tell us a little bit more. Do you have any particular hobbies or activities that you like to participate in outside of work?
My hobbies outside of work would be going out either on a road or mountain bike ride because I always love to explore the outdoors. And I always love to learn new skills on the trail or basically just to improve my overall fitness.
That's great. That's great.
Well, health as well, right?
Yeah, it does keep you healthy. There's no question about that. So what would you say drives you for your professional life? What motivates you?
In regards to that, what motivates me in my professional life, because the fact that when I achieve something, I always have this feeling that I can be able to do anything. And that makes me feel good as well, especially if I've been doing great at work and all of my efforts are following the correct path. So it encourages me to be at my very best, to be successful it is.
So I know you're an experienced cyberbacker. So could you name something in your personal life or your work life that you consider a pretty major accomplishment?
My accomplishment would be a work achievement that makes me proud is that from my previous client, it was during me being assigned as their rental business assistant property manager, and that my boss back then was focusing on the buy and sell side of their business. During that time, I single-handedly do all things from the accounting, marketing, vacant properties, doing all the maintenance and assigning different contractors to do the job, collecting rent and other fees from tenants and individual owners, and paying the rental property owners. So I'm saying that this is my greatest achievement because I had to do all of these things, which is supposedly to be the property manager's job, which is my boss. But then he was very busy with his other business and did not have any more time to check in regards to what is happening at the rental business. So by the time I had done all things and he had the time to check on what is going on and what I have been doing, so he had commended me for a job well done, and he apologized for being busy with his other business, and that he had also gave me a raise after that.
That's great. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
So where do you see yourself in, say, 3 to 5 years? What would be your job goals, maybe even personal goals?
So in regards to that, I could see myself working stable with a client here in Cyberbacker because everything here in Cyberbacker is just a good atmosphere and good workmates and everything. And also, my plan is to buy a house for myself as well.
There you go. That's great. That's a great goal. It's the
Yes.
American dream, that's for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
What makes you want to work online as a cyberbacker?
Right. So, firstly, what made me work online here as a cyberbacker is because of the initially it's because of the pandemic. So when I was in the bank before, so actually I was 5 years in the bank, we had to face and cater a number of clients and have a lot of exposure to COVID-19. And you can't avoid it because you have to talk face-to-face with the clients, dealing with money every day. So the reason that I avoid exposure to the virus is that I go home under the same roof as my parents for now, and I don't want to be infected as well, and I don't want them to get infected as well.
Excellent reason.
Yes, ma'am. So that is why I chose to work at Cyberbacker. Also along the way is that I realized that I made a very good decision because the world is now shifting to a more let's say, digital kind of face.
Very nice. So you mentioned some of the things you did with your previous employer. What tasks do you feel you would be best doing? What do you like to do, but what do you feel you're best at doing?
Well, the tasks that I think I would be best in the world at are the tasks, those that are challenging. The reason why I said this is that I'm the kind of person that loves to learn new things, and that it also comes from my, competitive nature as a person, that I always love to be my very best at something, especially on things that are being assigned to me by my client.
Okay, so in terms of organization, do you feel you're an organized person?
Yes, definitely. So in regards to that, I'm an exceptionally organized person. And I'm saying that because on my previous job as an assistant property manager is that I always first understand everything in the process and place all steps in order for me to have the assurance that I'm doing it the correct way and free from error. So this is a skill that I've also learned during my time as a bank teller before. So I always love to move as if all steps are like a checklist and that everything is in order for me to have an error-free task or transaction.
Great. Yeah, checklists are pretty important. And
Yes,
do you feel like have you enhanced checklists that you've been given by a previous employer? Have you taken their checklist and tweaked them, made them better?
Yes, I definitely did. In regards to that one, that was one of the reasons why my previous boss also commended me, because I made everything organized, like say the bills, how the process of calling a contractor, how we double check all the payroll accounts of all the property managers to be correct.
Great. So you've mentioned a property manager. You worked for them. You mentioned working in a bank. Who is your dream client to work for?
All right. So my dream client would be someone that can be able to give me tasks that can challenge me. I'm saying this because I'm the type of person who loves to do challenges, and I guess this might be coming from my personality of being competitive as well. Also, I love challenges because if it challenges me, that would mean that I'm going to be learning something new, and I always love to learn something new.
So it sounds like you would be willing to work in an environment where it wasn't the same thing every day.
Yes, that is correct. Most especially that I've come from a bank before, well, everything is like repetitive. This time I want to learn new things.
Okay, that's good. And what makes you unique to other cyberbackers?
Yeah, so as I've said before, being me as a exceptionally organized person, I want to learn everything in regards to the process of what's the meaning of this, what's the meaning of that. And I love to make a process of it and a checklist. And I double check things before I hand it out or pay someone. So yeah, I always love to have an error-free transaction.
That's great. So we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. And we know that you are looking for a new job as a cyberbacker. I know you will not last long. You're going to be snapped up pretty quickly. So that's a pre-congratulations. But if you out there are looking for a cyberbacker, JP is available right now. And if he's not available, we certainly have some other people who would potentially fill his big shoes. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much as well.
Thanks, JP.
Nice meeting you.